Welcome back to LiveLeanTV. I'm Jessica Guthrow. We're going to talk about resistance bands, how to use them, what to do with them, how they differ from free weights, some of the pros, cons, advantages, disadvantages, and some of my favorite exercises. I'm going to show you what I use these for. First up in the disadvantages is that they're really fragile and they can snap, especially when they get old or if they're exposed to heat. For example, as I was getting my bands out to make this video, I discovered this one destroyed and it's all sticky and gross. So there are times when I've been doing exercises and these snap and kind of like, it's a scary moment. You don't want them to snap on you. Make sure you take good care of your resistance bands. Keep them in a cool location. They should be cool and dry because you don't want that to happen to your bands. So they're much more fragile than free weights. To me, that's another huge disadvantage when I'm doing an exercise, especially if it's one that's like towards my face. I am usually pretty terrified that these are gonna snap and hit me. So if I see like a little rip or tear in it, I'll avoid using it. The fear that it's gonna bust can be really distracting from your workout. Also, it can just be really hard to progress in weight, and in order to get continuous results and keep seeing change and development of your body is to progressively overload your muscles. So that means your workout should be advancing over time. In terms of opportunity for progressive overload, which is key in body transformation, free weights definitely win. Now, some of the advantages of bands is that they're so easy to travel with. I can fold these up, stick them in my back pocket, and I'm ready to go. I would never travel with dumbbells or heavy weights. It's just way too impractical. But if you do travel, a lot of places have dumbbells and weights. A lot of hotels you go to are gonna have a weight room. So you may not need to travel with bands. It just depends on where you're traveling to. If I was in a place that didn't have any access to weights, I would most likely just do body weight exercises only, especially if I'm only gone for a few days. If I was traveling somewhere longer than a week and I had no access to weights, I would be really glad to have some bands just to have more variety in the training and offer that resistance that you can't do with body weight. One of the difficult things to do with body weight only is back exercises. So that's one of my favorite things to do with bands. There's so many different back exercises you can do with this, things that you cannot do without some resistance. There's so many back exercises that bands can provide you that body weight just can't. So when it comes to training back, I highly recommend you have a set of bands if you don't have machines and you want to have a strong back. The elasticity of the band really adds some extra tension to your muscles, making the exercise feel so much more effective. If you're a member in our Inner Circle Team Live Lean, you're gonna find lots of band substitutes, especially for the back exercises. When we're substituting for the home plan, I'm looking for a back exercise like a pull down or a row, I always go with the band. So they are a regular part of our programming, use them all the time, love them, especially for those who train at home. Sometimes I use them supplementally, like in conjunction with weights, like for example on a squat, I might loop them around the thighs to help provide that extra resistance. And they're also really great in warm-up moves, like awesome for clamshells and hip thrusts, inner and outer thigh exercises. The main thing to keep in mind when comparing different types of equipment is just what's the best tool for the job, and don't think so much about the tools, but about the job. So if your goal is to build your back muscles, there's lots of different tools that can help you do that. Bands is one of them. Do I think it's the best tool? Not really. Do I think it's a nice, versatile, another option to have and great for when you're traveling and without other tools? Yes, it's great. It does fill in that gap, but I see them as a nice to have and as an extra, not as like a fundamental. I enjoy them. That's why I own some myself, but I wouldn't want them to be the only tool I have access to, and they aren't my #1 choice. If you have any questions or you want to see more moves done with bands, let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you do use bands and you have a favorite exercise you like to do with them, you can leave a comment down below too. Make sure to slap a like on the video, share it to anyone, because sharing is caring, and we so appreciate that. It helps us grow our channel and keep doing what we do. Thanks for watching, and keep living lean.